Live in Western Oregon, this is NBC 16 Today.
Good morning. Welcome to NBC 16 Today. I'm Lily Taylor. We'll get to your top stories in just a moment, but first let's check in with Brianna Chavez, who has a first look at our weather this morning.
After ending the month of November with quite the rain deficit, and quite frankly, now into 2025, we really are seeing a rain deficit for the entire year. Starting off December with just a little bit shy, but we could possibly bump up those rain totals heading into the next couple of days. Satellite radar really not showing us much activity, whether it's with moisture or even cloud coverage. That's why those early morning hours are expected to be a little bit cooler. We drop back down into the mid to upper 30s throughout the early morning commutes, seeing some patchy fog as well. But heading into the first half of your afternoon, we start to see a little bit more of that mixture between cloud coverage, warmer conditions, and into the overnight hours. A rinse and repeat. We get those clear skies, cooler temperatures, and reduced visibility, of course. So this all starting to change heading into the weekend. We'll track that out coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Bree. A 41-year-old man with multiple warrants was pulled from a tunnel Friday evening after an hours-long standoff with Eugene Police. Police say Nicholas Ian Tallman approached them while they were searching a property. They say Tallman then yelled at them and ran toward nearby railroad tracks. Officers found him about 100 to 150 feet inside the tunnel. They say he refused to come out and at one point told officers to shoot him. Tallman then continued to crawl deeper into the tunnel despite attempts to negotiate. Just after 6 p.m., a rescue team from the Eugene Springfield Fire Department entered the culvert, attached a rope to Tallman's ankles, and pulled him out. Tallman was taken to a local hospital for treatment and later booked into the Lane County Jail. As consumers wind down from Black Friday and Cyber Monday, millions of packages will be on their way soon. And Porch pirates are well aware of this. NBC's 16's Gold Meadows has tips to make sure your packages stay safe this holiday season.
It's that time of year when thieves amp up their activity for the holiday season, leading to a 20% increase in package thefts outside of homes, according to the Eugene Police Department.
We just had Black Friday, so all these things are going to be piling up on people's porches while they're at work and stuff, and the criminals know at this time of year. So they'll start following the UPS trucks, the mail trucks, which I highly say if you happen to see a suspicious vehicle following one of those, please call it in, because they look for the routes and stuff, and they go around and they just look for the porches that have all the boxes on it.
According to the U.S. Postal Service, 58 million packages were stolen in 2024. But one local residential and commercial security company says there are ways to protect your packages.
We tell people, ship your packages to your office if you can. There's lock boxes available. Amazon has products called like Amazon Key, where they can, have a garage code, dump a package inside the garage and close that.
The company suggests a doorbell camera to monitor deliveries. While EPD warns not all cameras are created equal, so pick a quality camera that can give a good visual of a suspect. And be sure to report thefts to police. EPD tracks posts for some cameras and are able to see a pattern for particular suspects.
The camera's typically down low, so if someone is, wearing a hat or a hood, we've got a camera in low 50, 60 inch kind of height. We're really getting up close and personal. We get what I call the money shot. We're recording that video, and you can also work with local law enforcement. They need video, they need evidence to be able to prosecute.
EPD also says to look out for people monitoring you inside malls while you're shopping, because sometimes thieves will break into cars and take garage fobs and registrations to get addresses and steal packages later. In Eugene, I'm Gold Meadows.
Now, EPD says one mistake residents make after opening presents is taking all the boxes and packaging to the curb for recycling, potentially advertising items they have inside their home. Instead, they advise you wait until the day for recycling pickup to put those items out to prevent attracting thieves. And heads up for frequent travelers. TSA has announced a significant fee increase for travelers who do not possess a real ID or an acceptable alternative when traveling through an airport. The fee was initially $18. Now it'll be $45. Luckily, you have time to remember, as this does not go into effect until February 1st. TSA justifies the fee as an essential for enhancing air travel safety. The $45 will fund the TSA Confirm ID system, which uses facial recognition and other technologies to verify identities by assessing publicly available information. The $45 fee covers only 10 days of travel, meaning a return flight beyond that period will incur another $45 charge. TSA says that if they cannot verify your identity, you will not be allowed through the gate or onto the plane. A new contract between the Bonneville Power Administration and EWEB promises to secure between $2.5 and $3 billion worth of electricity through 2044. Bonneville currently provides about 80% of EWEB's energy supply. That's especially important as we entered the winter months and temperatures drop. The decision to stick with Bonneville as the main provider comes after a 2-year analysis of EWEB's options, taking into account the other available sources and costs to the customers. The annual Hoodies for High Schoolers fundraiser kicked off Monday in Eugene, and EPD is asking for your help this holiday season. The department says teenagers are in particular get overlooked when it comes to yearly holiday drives, and many are in need of warm clothes this time of year. So from now until December 31st, you can donate at all participating Kendall dealerships in Eugene, as well as at the EPD headquarters. Gift cards that can be used to buy hoodies are also accepted. Hoodies will be distributed by local school districts.